Hello there, we're back with another little episode, and hello, we've got a striker who's decent at heading and fantastic at finishing. Of course, the striker conundrum still perils on for us. We don't really know what to do about it, but we're going to keep going. We're going to keep on trucking with this new strategy with two strikers, even though we do have this sort of eternal worry. I'm going to try and get this microphone slightly closer to me. Let's... What? This is a great start to the episode. My whole desk, due to home working, this desk setup is my God, that made a sound. It's an absolute disaster right now. So I do apologise whenever there's inconsistencies. Roy Cook manages to get, I guess he got a 10 last game. Yeah, we won 4-0, of course. That makes sense. And Robbie Walsh gets the nod there. That's brilliant. That's fantastic. And you want Robbie Walsh? Yeah, get out of here, Bolton. He's not going to go to Bolton. He don't want to go. Let's just up that value to $1 million, and then only Blackpool want you. Yeah, that's what I like to see. Don't care. You love me. The board loves me. It can't fire me. Droylston, no money or anything. Like, come on, you can't get rid of this geezer. Sebastian Rios. I wouldn't call Sebastian Rios a geezer, but I'm going to call him that. He's got to stay at the club. He's a club legend already, surely. With third place, we haven't spent a penny. It's fantastic. And if you can hear mild screaming in the background, it isn't a human. It's bird song, which has got increasingly loud in the past few days. Robbie Walsh was playing right wing back. Was he playing there for the whole month? No, he wasn't. He wasn't even playing in that game, though. What about this game? He was. So he got Player of the Month, or Young Player of the Month. Huh. That's an interesting one, isn't it? Do I keep playing him? I reckon I do. We haven't lost a game with him on the pitch, so that's a good sign. Who out of Brown and Daly's played well? Oh, Daly's been playing brilliantly, actually. And actually, no, we played both of them, actually. What am I on about? Of course, without Williams, we don't have him for 2 months, which I didn't realise it was that long, actually. That's actually a bad sign for us. We've got plenty of centre-backs, people who can fill in that position. Obviously, Walsh can, if need be, and we can shift people around. And we have got some people in the reserves. Oh, no, I've only got one in the reserves now. So that might be something that drips into the top of the list. I know we had loads of centre-backs to begin with, and now they've sort of just dwindled away. Who do we play up front? Do we give a debut to... Oh, God, look at that. It's really bad for Daly. I think I can't play Daly is the answer. Shaw's been playing quite well up there, though, so let's bring Shaw back into the fold. So Shaw, Thompson, Walker, Scott Cook, Flynn. Yeah, that's a good team, that. I know I'm not playing Parker, though. I'm not going to play Parker. Yeah, I'm not even going to put him on the bench. No, I am going to put him on the bench instead of Barrett. Yeah, that's insane to me, but it seems like the most sensible option, unusually. Keeble sadly has not performed well at all when he came on. Although he's not conceded. Actually, he got 7 and 5. So you can't really judge it on 1-5. Even Scott and May, not Scott and May, Cook and May get 5s, even though they play fantastically. We're sort of hoping that Walker carries on this form. He's our main source of goals right now. And do I put Wilson on the bench, or do I? Let's put Puffett on the bench. We might hand him his debut today. In fact, we probably will. Cook can be on captain duty, or should it be? It should be the keeper. Just for consistency's sake, it should be the keeper. And I prefer if Crowley's... Actually, let me just look at the last match. Daly, Brown, Crowley, okay. well, that was the way they played last time. And let me just double check they're all actually marking, because that's something that I thought about while I was away from the PC. Is that because I did a bit of shifting around, they may not be marking, and I can't find the marking. What marking? It's at the bottom. Are all those people meant to be marking? Scott's meant to be marking. So Flynn, Walsh, Daly, Crowley, Brown. Yeah, that's all good. Right, all those people are meant to be marking. That looks good to me. And we'll go with it against Bristol City. Here we go. First session of the sort of a new day. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, these new strategies are sort of still on the precipice of being brilliant, but at the same time, they are completely unknown whether they're actually working or not. We find out with time. We seem to be doing quite well, especially with 3 at the back. We've not conceded for a while now. It's just that forward footing, and we're getting shots on. We're just not managing to finish them, which means I'm going to bring on the boy himself. Let's bring off Thompson. Bring on James Puffett. And I'll bring on May for Scott. And actually, I'm probably going to bring off... oh, wait. Give me a second. Now, Cook has been playing well. I don't know where they're getting these 5s from, because he's got 2 key passes, key tackles, quite a lot of passing, and a shot on target. I don't understand what they really want him to do there in the game. But we'll ignore that and just check that. Is there anyone injured? No, there isn't. So let's take off Flynn and bring on Parker and see what we can do with that revitalized team. You never know. There is a horrible sound in the background, and I might investigate it after this match. Jesus, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's sort of a screeching. No longer is birdsong infested this household. It's now screeching metal. And we're still not managing to break down this squad. Oh, okay. Well, we're getting towards the net. We're just not unable to actually finish it. But it seems like we're losing possession quite a lot, which is unfortunate, especially with Parker on the pitch. I would have hoped that we were getting more. Shaw's managing to do a lot of the creative work up there, which is fantastic. But I don't know. Puffett has had shots and they have been on target, but we just end up getting a 0-0. Damn. We're the best defence in the league, by the way, so we can't even blame it on Bristol City have a particularly good defence. Unfortunate. I mean, I think the goalkeeper just had a blinder. And that is a good goalkeeper. Wow. That's a really good goalkeeper. So I'm not too shocked. I'm really glad that we have Fitzpatrick in this, by the way. Not enough credit has gone to him. Like, having a good keeper is one of the most important things in this game. And he has, 20 handling. And having a keeper who can be a captain also is really good. But he's just really consistent as well. Like, all the way through the years. He's been absolutely brilliant. Sometimes having blinders, but usually just getting a 7, and that's all you want from him. No sending offs, and I know that there may have been a little bit of controversy with him potentially deserving sending offs, but he hasn't. And that's all that matters to me. I don't care if you deserve to be sent off. If you're not sent off, then good on you. You managed to bamboozle them. Let's just... Right, I do have one thing to mention here, actually. So I'm just resetting a lot of these youth scouts. I often get one that's bugged out, and it looks like Kenny Hall doesn't search anymore. Like, he's not... Let's recall him and start a search again. I don't know if he's ever found anyone. Or maybe I just reset it, but I've definitely had it before. Where they just stop trying. It's very weird. I don't quite know what to do in that scenario. Crowley is knackered, so let's put Walsh in there. Oh, he's a bit tired as well, but I don't really have a better option. Shaw is exhausted, so I'm going to put on Puffett and then put Daly on the bench, I think. Yeah, that's an unusual looking team, isn't it? Rob Walsh is probably exhausted. He is. Is there anything I can do about that? I really don't want to play Parker there. Do I play Hart there? mean, you might also be tired. You're not tired. Oh, God, you're just so underwhelming, though, aren't you? Wow. I think I'm just gonna have to do it. I am keeping my eye out, by the way, on Stone. And off camera, I looked at this. That goal ratio is quite good, and it might be that he's the next to try and break the first team. We'll see. We'll see. It's early days still, so it's just something that we're definitely keeping our eye on in this squad. And I think that's the team. It is. It's really annoying me about Daly, actually. Again, he was sort of the false prophet for this whole playthrough. And Gardner as well, where he'd come back and then he'd score 5 and then just dwindle away into obscurity. Oh dear, Scott has picked up an injury. Not great for us when Scott picks up an injury, because then we have to play May and Cook. And I don't think they play well together, to be honest. Even though, okay, that's not good. Ouch. Thankfully, this strategy works okay with having a sending off, especially up front. So I can just leave it as is. Having a solo person up front is not a problem. But, yeah, 10 men against Cardiff is not a good thing to have. But we seem to be doing quite well, actually. Let's see what we can do here. How's Kevin Thompson playing? He's playing... he's not getting any shots. I'm going to have to take him off and bring on Daly. I think that makes more sense to me. And is Walker actually playing bad? He's not playing great, is he? I'm going to leave him on. I don't want to bring on Green. I feel like there's more potential with what we've got on the pitch now. And hopefully, you never know, we might actually get something off this. Oh, we're getting a lot of chances up there. And we're just still unable to capitalise. And I accidentally... Y'all are probably screaming at this, thinking, why did he bring on his third choice, fourth choice left back? I didn't mean to. I meant to bring on Parker. And clearly, I am not concentrating enough this morning. So that was unfortunate. What did he do? I mean, I've just blindly appealed it. He pushed him in the chest first. Oh, it's fair enough, mate. Yeah, punch him in the head. You've got my back in, pal. Well, that experiment didn't work, did it? I think the ideal situation... Fuck me. Well, I can't test this ideal situation now because Shaw's injured. Great. I was going to say, before it all went wrong, oh, Roy Hunter, you are the one to be my goal hunter. 20 creativity, 15 pace, 14 technique, and 13 finishing. Ron Hunter, Ron Hunter. Oh my goodness, what a player. He's all right. This guy's all right. He's got 17... long shots. Well, I'm very excited to see Ron Hunter in the fold. That's going to be very thrilling. Carl Scott comes off Keeble. Powell is knackered anyway, so that's a good sign because I can bring on the actual left back. That's a good idea, isn't it? And then we put Barrett on the bench. Gardner and Daly, I think, is going to be the two we're going to pick, with Puffett on the bench. And Roy Cook, are you exhausted? You're not, but I don't know. I should give you a rest. I seem to overexert him, and then he does a lot worse in the final few bits of the season. That's a pretty fit team. Keeble and May in the middle, Leon Daly and Gardner up front. Part of the reason I wanted to have two up front is because those two seem to fill in each other's blanks. Daly was more clinical, while Gardner would move the ball about a little bit more. So it seemed like a natural fit, and unfortunately, it doesn't ever seem to be creating any results. It just seems like strikers in this game like playing solo. Crowley's playing a fantastic game today. But you can see no goal, no shots on target. My goodness, there we go. Leon Daly finally getting something this season. Gardner's not doing well though. A lot of people aren't doing well. My goodness, we're doing really mediocre play here. Keeble's doing well though. That's a good thing to see. He's getting a lot of tackles. That's good. It might be because our strategy didn't have marking on that side as well. So to be fair, that's totally my bad. Keeble can definitely man mark now or zonal mark that area and do the defensive work. And we're doing quite well now. We've brought on Cook. Cook makes a huge difference to the squad, doesn't he? And there we go. And the man of the match is no one on our team. It's Jimmy. Oh, it's a fake team. It's a completely Jimmy Atkinson with his 12 tackles. Like, what can I do against you? Look at you. Look at you. You're impossible. I hate you. Damn you, Jimmy Atkinson. I've thought, by the way, and this is a big maybe for another challenge. I've got a few challenges that I'm thinking I'm going to do soon. One of which would require modding of the game. I don't even know if it's possible to do. I think it's possible to do this. This player is moderately interesting, I guess. Is he useful to have because of? He is useful to have because of my right-sided. Oh God, I've got so many right. No. Let's pass on that. Pass on you. I like an attacking midfielder, but I don't like you. What was I saying? Yes. Taking off the restriction for loan players, so having it so you can loan as many players as you want, and just having a loan team, because I think that would be really interesting because you'd have no choice of whether those players just vanish. You could loan them 1 year and the next year their team could recall them and use them, and you'll have to change the strategy. Literally, it could be on a week-by-week basis, because I find a lot of the time you loan a player and, yeah, they start firing in 10 goals, but 10 goals in 10 matches, they're out the door. They're going to a Premier League side. So I think that would be really interesting to potentially do, on the caveat of I don't know if it's actually possible. I know there's quite a lot of interest in mods. In fact, there's quite a lot of interest in mods being developed right now. I saw CM0102 Loader, which is being created, I think 3 days ago was the most recent sort of developments on it. So there's still interesting stuff coming out of this community. And I'm going to take a look at it in another video, hopefully. I might be making it this weekend. And that'll be released. I don't know if you've noticed, but I usually release like something that's not this series on a Sunday. Sometimes that doesn't work, and I just release this episode on a Sunday. But most of the time I try and endeavour to get something a bit more long-standing. So it might be that we look at some of the modifications you can make to CM0102, and maybe a tutorial on how to make sure you have a standard version like this, and also a modified version, maybe with the new teams. So I go through with that. That's just a little bit of a side note. But yeah, the loan stuff, that would really interest me. I think that would be super challenging, in a very, very fun way. Gardner, you're not getting the nod. I do want Perfleet to shine, so let's have another go there. And Daly is knackered, so we got to play Walsh. You see, his centre-back stuff is getting a bit sketchy. Baker's tired, and you know what Baker's like. He gets injured instantly as soon as he's tired. Oh, this is not good. Okay, I don't want to... Ken Clark didn't play bad that one game. Right? One of the most disappointing... Keith Clark. Oh, all these names, I don't know him. Because I was hoping he'd be better than he was, but he just isn't. And Keeble and May, let's not play. Blah, 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 blah. Let's not play May. Let's play Cook and Keeble. I want to give you more run out, but at the same time, you are pretty tired. But Scott is injured. So I think we're going to give you another chance, another go. Against Blackburn, I haven't looked at any of the positions that the teams are playing, but Yeah, Blackburn are pretty bad. So they've drew it 10 games out of 14. So I think I know what we're getting. A win. Yeah! I, I thought, I just thought that we had the debut goal, not a debut goal, a first goal for Purfleet to beat the team that draw everyone, and it looks like, oh my goodness, they're the most boring team on the planet. They've scored 5 goals this season. Come on. I'm gonna change up the strategy. Yeah. Actually, can I? Let's just. Oh, I need to save this tactic down. Let's go to that. Right, what would be our problem here? Well, we'd need to take off one centre back. That's fine. And those two are playing fantastically, so let's keep them on. Keeble Cook. So I need to find a right winger, and I've got. Yeah, okay. I've got Green on the bench, so Brown, you're coming off. And Purfleet, you're coming off, and I think that's gonna be. We're gonna dominate, and I'm gonna change it even more. Hard tackling. Yeah, let's get our foot in, lads. Yes! Oh, god damn it. I'm so happy. Let's play Mark Bennett. Oh, no. Oh. Or Barrett, whatever he's called. Oh, God. I was so happy about tough tackling and Kevin Thompson getting a goal that it just all went to pot. Oh no, they're really doing well against us now. But we're doing fine. And the injured Crowley manages to get man of the match, even ahead of Walsh, who did absolutely brilliantly. He didn't get headers, but blimey, our back four, brilliant, fantastic. Yeah, that's quite the run there, isn't it? Leon Daly did pretty well. Puffer didn't do as well as I hoped, and Kevin Thompson coming off the bench scoring with his only shot. Brilliant. We didn't manage to draw against the drawing team, and we're inching closer to the top. Crowley's injured for 10 days. Everyone seems to get injured for 10 days in this game. And we've got Ron. Let's have a look at Ron before we end this episode, because I can't wait. Ron could play next to Shaw. Look at that. Let's leave it there because I can't beat that. Ron has joined the fold, and y'all better get ready for the hunt to begin.